Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm All Things Wrestling, and today I'm going to be giving my comments, opinions, and the results of WWE Raw, 7th of November 2016. We kick off the show with Stephanie McMahon making her way to the ring. She welcomes everyone to Raw and says Mick Foley could not be here tonight. She said she's proud to be in Glasgow, Scotland, and they're in the midst of a tumultuous time. I don't know what that word says. Husbands have been pitted against wives, brothers against sisters, red versus blue. She's talking about the Survivor Series. They will dominate SmackDown in their 3 traditional Survivor Series matches. This will be fantasy warfare come to life. We will see Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. Yes, Goldberg. Stephanie brings out the men who will be representing Raw. She brings out Kevin Owens, then Chris Jericho, then Roman Reigns, then Braun Strowman, and she introduces the 5th and final member of the team as Seth Rollins. Owens thought Stephanie was joking putting Rollins on the team. Rollins says that Stephanie knows if she wants to guarantee a win over SmackDown Live at Survivor Series, she needs the man on her team. He has been given a certain assurance about being on the team. Stephanie said that the SmackDown Live team is comprised of AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, and Baron Corbin. Why Baron Corbin? We will never know. Stephanie gave her team a pep talk and said that they would have to fight at Survivor Series like their job depends on it, because they do. She threw down the mic and left. Owens says Stephanie was right. He and Jericho have made a few mistakes along the way. Jericho said that he and Kevin Owens were the Universal Champion, and that even though Rollins and Reigns were stupid idiots, they were their stupid idiots. Kevin proclaimed that he and Jericho are co-captains of the team and they need to be a well-oiled machine, unlike the Shield, which imploded because everyone kept turning on each other. Jericho ordered them to keep their mouths shut and their eyes open, and they would win at Survivor Series. Seth tells Chris he digs and then punches Jericho. Roman punches Owens, should I say, and Strowman stands around, but then he pushes Rollins away and hits a splash on Jericho. Strowman with a shoulder tackle to Rollins. Strowman with a reverse choke slam to Jericho. Roman and Owens fight on the floor. Strowman goes to the floor. Strowman and Reigns have a stare down. Stephanie comes down. She said she'll give them a chance to get through their differences. It'll be every man for themselves, because it'll be Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins versus Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens versus Braun Strowman tonight for the main event. It was a long segment, and unfortunately this was a main focus of the entire show. We go to our first match of the evening. We have Rich Swann and Sin Cara versus Brian Kendrick and the debuting Noam Dar. This was probably the best moment of the night, seeing Noam Dar finally make his debut. He got a massive pop because he's from Scotland. It's nice to see you there, Noam Dar. I loved you in WCPW and I love you in WWE already, and you've only had one match and you lost it. The loss happened when Rich Swann victory rolled Kendrick for the 3 count. After the match, Kendrick tells Dar that he did not lose this match. Dar did. He said that Dar is a loser. He said, "You lost the Cruiserweight Classic because you don't have any talent." You lost it as well, Kendrick. I just want to point that one out. You lost the Cruiserweight Classic as well. TJ Perkins won it. You lost in your home country because you don't have any heart. He said Dar lost because he has failed to recognise he is the best cruiserweight in the world. You are just like TJ Perkins. You will fail when it matters most. You are disrespectful. Kendrick attacks Dar, but Dar fires back with forearms, a knee kick to the knee, and Dar with a running kick straight to the head, knocking Kendrick to the floor. Great way to make him look like a good contender for his championship. I think Rich Swann's getting the next shot, but Noam Dar's definitely going to be in the American talk of new superstars. I like it. Then we have a preview package for Goldberg versus Lesnar, showing Goldberg in his WCW days. He had a sit-down interview saying the reason why he returned to WWE because of his wife and son. They had never seen him wrestle. They showed highlights from their WrestleMania match. Goldberg said he thought it was fair as a competitor was to give him another shot. Lesnar did a promo telling Goldberg's wife and son not to watch. Goldberg asked the ass-kicking he gave Lesnar at WrestleMania will be trumped by the ass-kicking he'll give him at Survivor Series. He said the fans will be clamouring to see someone kick Lesnar's ass, and he's the man to do it. Then we go backstage to Stephanie McMahon. She declined an offer to appear at SmackDown Live tomorrow, but invited Shane and Daniel Bryan to appear on Raw next week. Sami Zayn walked in. Stephanie says that that Zayn is irritating and must have bothered Mick enough to get him to agree to let him be the man to face Dolph Ziggler at Survivor Series. Stephanie says Rusev is the man to face Ziggler. Tonight you'll be facing Rusev and the winner will be facing Ziggler at Survivor Series for the Intercontinental Championship. Whoever wins this match tonight better bring back the Intercontinental Championship to Raw. Zayn barely said anything and left. This made Zayn look completely like an asshole. He just stood there and took it while Stephanie was tearing him a new one, basically. Zayn, grow a set of bollocks, man. Seriously. Zayn, how is Kevin Owens doing better than you when you won the feud? You should at least be in the US title picture, man. What is going on with you? Okay, moving on. Then we go to a really long segment with all the people from the Survivor Series match. The New Day, Enzo Amore and Big Cass, Sheamus and Cesaro, The Club, The Golden Truth. They went out so they could address the New Day, but the New Day were late, so Sheamus did a pro-Ireland and anti-Scotland promo, which got heat. Sheamus proclaimed himself the captain of the team. Enzo Amore said Sheamus should be scared of the sun, all the kids yelling Lucky Charms, dying alone, and looking in the mirror. Gallows chuckled at that, and Sheamus wondered since Amore beat Gallows last week. Gallows called Cesaro Euro trash. Cesaro said Gallows could have called him Sheamus Red Rooster. Weird to get a Red Rooster reference in there, I don't get it. But okay. Which had to be a rib. Sheamus got tired of being insulted and started to leave before the New Day came out dressed as the characters from Braveheart. Oh yeah, there was a lot of pro-Scotland stuff in this. This segment drained my life force. I feel 10 years older watching this segment, and oh no, we've got a lot of things to talk about before this is finished. Kofi Kingston said Woods had bagpipes but was singing into them instead of blowing them. Woods said bagpipes were Francesca's cousins Angus and they were too hard to play. Kingston wondered where Sheamus was going. Crowd chanted shame at him. It was funny, to be fair. I love the shame thing. Woods said that there were a group of teams that would fight and love to be the pride of Team Raw. Anderson and Gallows said they were opting out because with captains like the New Day, they were going to lose. Big E did his best Mel Gibson impression. Fight and you may lose. Run and you will live. Kingston with what kind of Scottish accent that was and thought he sounded more like a pirate. Crowd chanted for Wallace and recited the Braveheart speech word for word with Big E. Enzo Amore stepped in and said he didn't know what they were smoking in those bagpipes, but they liked it. A bit of a drug reference. Weird for a PG show, but what are you going to do? Answer, moan on the internet about it. Just say, what the hell? Enzo Amore said the match was going down. Enzo Amore said SmackDown is going down like a hole in the ground. Goldust said Big E had such a brave heart. Cesaro said that he and Sheamus were ready. Sheamus got mad and said, when does Cesaro speak for him? Sheamus said that they were in, but only because they were getting a shot at the tag team titles. Woods wonders if Alan Scanser was fight for Scotland. Anderson said the New Day could wear their costumes, but no one was in charge of them. Anderson said that the first chance they got, they were going to stab each other and every one of them in the back. Broke Kingston's toy sword. Gallows said that we're going to finish off the SmackDown team just because, like the New Day, a big joke. Wood said that if there were any jokes and Wood said if there were jokes. Wood said if they were jokes and beating Gallows and Anderson, what did they make them? Kingston said that the new Gallows and Anderson will be reluctant to join Team Raw, so they asked Stephanie for a special tag team match tonight against Gallows and Anderson. Then we had that match. The New Day lost. I don't know why. Gallows and Anderson hit the Magic Killer on Big E for the 3 count. That was painful. But now we have a Goldust and R-Truth segment. Goldust and R-Truth are walking in the back talking about the teams on SmackDown. Truth tells Goldust that they were on the Survivor Series team. He tells Goldust that they do need some vacation time. He traded their spot for a timeshare with the Shining Stars. Truth said you ain't seen nothing yet as he shows Goldust's brochure. Turns out Truth was given a house where they had a great view of sunset, but Goldust pointed out the house doesn't have a roof. Truth said that they could enjoy an all-you-can-eat buffet. Goldust said the brochure said it was an all-you-can-eat off Jimmy Buffett. Goldust said he was going to fix this. I wanted to die. I hate R-Truth. Goldust is alright. This segment is so bad. That whole tag team segment and this segment just felt like an hour and a half of crap. And it was only like 25 minutes. Okay, then we're back to the promo for the Lesnar Goldberg match, but now we get to see Lesnar's point of view. Then Lesnar did a sit-down interview, said, we see Goldberg's appearance, but said that we get Brock's commenting asking why Goldberg would make a death sentence. Brock said he did not care about wrestling at WrestleMania 20. Brock says he cannot pass the idea that he would target Brock if he had a wife and a 10-year-old son. Lesnar said Goldberg can be whatever he wants to be, but there's only one ass kicker. Paul mentioned how The Rock challenged Lesnar, and then he went back to Hollywood. They wanted The Undertaker to continue the streak, but they saw what happened. They wanted Cena to be a superhero, but Lesnar is his kryptonite. They wanted Randy Orton to do the same, but Orton met Lesnar's elbow. Brock says Goldberg will not win. He will not show Goldberg any mercy. He tells Goldberg family to stay at home, and maybe he'll return home, hopefully. It's getting me hyped. I'm going to have to admit that one. Then we had Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens walk in the back. Kevin tells Chris that they need to have a little meeting before talking to Strowman. They have an issue with Roman and Seth. What if Strowman was on their side? They can use him for other things after the Survivor Series. Jericho enters and yells at Strowman while Owens tries to be peacemaker, and he says they are a team. Strowman asks Jericho if he's going to put him on his little list. Jericho starts calling Strowman a stupid idiot, but Owens interrupts and says he is a stupendous athlete. He says that it could be Team Chris, Kevin, and Braun. Jericho says it sounds delightful. Jericho asks if he's in. Strowman says he's on Team Braun and leaves. Jericho puts Strowman on the list. It was alright. He's kind of doing more with this, I guess. Then we had an advert for the makeover of Emma to Emelina. Kill me now. I am not even the slightest bit interested in Emelina. That is the stupidest name I've ever heard in wrestling, ever. Apart from the Yeti, maybe. But still, the Yeti was actually interesting. Maybe because he was a mummy, but let's move on from that. Then we had the Shining Star versus Golden Truth for the spot at the Survivor Series. Primo pins Goldust with a scoreboard trigger with his feet on the ropes. So the Shining Stars are on the team. Great. We saw them 3 times. Why did we see Golden Truth 3 times? Why are you doing this to me, WWE? Then it gets announced that Shane and Daniel Bryan are going to be on next week's Raw. Michael Cole is in the ring and he explains the rules for the elimination matches at Survivor Series. Michael introduces the captain of the women's team, Charlotte. She comes to the ring. Cole congratulates Charlotte on her victory at Hell in a Cell and being named the captain. Charlotte says she was born leading. Anyone else wants to try and spill her spotlight at Survivor Series, they can keep drinking the blue Kool-Aid. Cole introduces Nia Jax and she comes to the ring. Charlotte says Nia showed us the weakest link and that will not be tolerated. Nia says that she is not working for Charlotte. Michael brings out Alicia Fox to the ring and the next member of the Raw team. Michael brings up Alicia's problem with Nia and asks if it will be civil or will there be civil war. Alicia asks if Brad and Angelina can go through a civil divorce. She can be civil with Nia. Cole then brings out Bayley as the next member. Bayley tells Charlotte, you may think she is a weakling, but she's proven her wrong at Survivor Series. Bayley says that she's so excited to be here tonight. Let's go. She says she has been watching all the Survivor Series because it can come down to her versus Alexa Bliss, her versus Becky Lynch. It can come down to her and Charlotte against Nikki Bella and Carmella. She said if Team Raw is going to be dominant, they're going to have to work together. Cole said there's just one more member of the team. Charlotte jumps in and said she would like to have the honour, but she does not appreciate the way that the Glasgow crowd is treating her. Charlotte says she has a history with this woman. She's made her a better champion and a better person. She said the woman is the 5th member of the team, Dana Brooke. Dana makes her way down the ring. Michael says that Dana is not the 5th member of the team and said the 5th member is this woman, and Sasha Banks comes out. Charlotte says she's so sure because of all of her injuries, such as Hell in a Cell, you wouldn't make it to her Survivor Series. Charlotte says she made her protege the alternative. Sasha says that Charlotte needs a boss on the team so that they will win. Charlotte says that Sasha's swagger is worse than Lindsay Lohan's last accent. She has been proven that she's the best. Sasha is not the boss anymore after she made history in Hell in a Cell. And then she asked Nia Jax's opinion for some reason. Then we had a 6-woman tag match. Alicia Fox, Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Nia Jax, Dana Brooke and Charlotte after that. Bayley won with a belly suplex against Charlotte, putting more seeds into their rivalry that they've pushed up. Oh, spoiler there for my next wrestling newsroom. The whole segment just felt so repetitive. No problem to the women because they all did great heel work and face work and that kind of stuff, but oh my god, give me a break from the same redundant crap. Then we had a backstage interview with Seth Rollins, and the interviewer asked him why he joined Team Raw after all the animosity he has with Reigns, Jericho, Owens, Stephanie, etc. Rollins says he was promised some future opportunities if he joined the team. Showman walked in and said Rollins shouldn't be worried about future opportunities because he's going to snap Rollins like a twig. Rollins said there's one more person that doesn't like him. Then we had the Sami Zayn versus Rusev match. Best match of the night, in my opinion. It was alright. The finish happened literally out of nowhere. Rusev got on the top rope. Zayn did a louver kick while he was on the top rope and then got the 3 count. It was really good, to be fair. That match, I can't wait to see Sami Zayn versus Dolph Ziggler. I'm really hyped for that one. Then we had our last match of the evening, the Seth Rollins versus Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho versus Roman Reigns. We had a couple of table spots and that kind of stuff. The finish happened. Seth took out Chris Jericho in the ring, and then Seth somehow got out of the ring. I don't know how. Then Reigns came in and Superman punched Kevin Owens, causing him to fall on top of Jericho and get the pin. I guess that's going to try and tease their split a bit more. Kevin got the win. Chris Jericho didn't actually see it. It's going to be pretty good, I think, when they finally split. Overall, this Raw was a bit crap. It did what it was meant to do and promote Survivor Series, but it just felt like a substandard episode of Raw. Apart from the couple of decent matches like the Fatal 5-Way and the Sami Zayn match. Oh, and Noam Dar's debut. That was the best thing I've seen in the last couple of weeks, I'm going to be honest. That debut was amazing. But yeah, just a substandard episode of Raw. Hopefully they can bring it back with the Go Home Raw next week. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll catch you later.